Nate Wiggins, the Baltimore Ravens' #1 cornerback on their roster, did not practice on Thursday due to an injury. But just wait until you hear how he got injured. Just wait until you hear what his injury is, because I can promise you it's going to make you mad, and you're going to think it's the dumbest thing in the world. And not because of anything Nate Wiggins did, but you know what? I don't want to spoil it. Just wait and see. Speaking of the Ravens, we're all looking forward to Monday Night Football. It's all I'm thinking about. It's all I've thought about all week long. Who do you think wins the Monday Night Football matchup against the Ravens and the Lions? Do you think it's Baltimore? If so, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button on today's video. And if you think it's the Lions, first off, leave. We don't want you here. But comment DET down below before you go. So Jameson Hensley was the one who, quote-unquote, broke the news yesterday when he tweeted out starters not practicing. And Nate Wiggins was at the very top of that list. And immediately, I became a little bit alarmed because I was like, was there something I missed from the game against Cleveland? Maybe there was something I missed that didn't get reported this week during, I don't know, some conditioning, maybe some weightlifting. I had no clue what it was until everybody saw that and then started doing their investigative journalism. And we all found out that Nate Wiggins was hurt on Sunday from celebrating after his interception. But before you get mad at Nate Wiggins, it's not his fault. He wasn't the one that was really doing the celebrating that hurt him. No. This was from another player. So we're going to go photo by photo, and you're going to see exactly what happened. So here's Nate Wiggins after the interception. He gets up after he's tackled. Out around the 5-yard line, he was brought down. Almost returned it for 6. Gets up, tosses the ball to the side, and he's about to start talking, right? Just doing him, Nate Wiggins. And then out of nowhere, he gets absolutely Superman tackled from behind. He's not even looking. He gets brought to the ground, and that's what hurt him. And if you want to know who the culprit is, sure, let's look at the other angle. I know you see that number 3 right there. Chidobe Awuzie. Some friendly fire in the same cornerback room, playing the same position. Look, I get it. You're excited. He just had his first interception of the season. He had his team's first interception of the season. And I love celebrating with your teammates. I'm all about that, right? I'm not your old uncle. I'm not your grandpa. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you here, just get the ball back to the ref and go back to the sideline. No. You do you. Be excited. You just made a play. Your teammate just made a play. And I don't mind jumping on somebody either out of excitement. But do it while they're looking at you. You don't tackle them jumping from 5 yards behind them in their back while they're not even looking. That is so stupid. That's so dumb. And Nate Wiggins finished the game, which is a good thing. And I was so fired up, my button on my collar. He finished the game, but he did look noticeably worse. He looked noticeably shaken up after he took that hit from Chidobe. What's your concern level for Nate Wiggins' injury? Let me know in the comment section down below. Scale it 1 to 10. 10, you're freaking out about it. 1, you're like, I think it's going to be all right. I'm not worried at all. You let me know down below. Jeff Zreback talked about what John Harbaugh had to say about Nate Wiggins on Monday. He said that he was, quote, fine, but went on to say he was noticeably limping by the fourth quarter on Sunday. And then even yesterday, John Harbaugh was asked about this after practice, and he said we'll see on his status and availability for Monday, but that he was hopefully going to be able to go. And against Cleveland, before the injury, he was absolutely balling out. 9 targets, 15 receiving yards allowed on 9 targets. He forced an incompletion. He had an interception. And Joe Flacco's passer rating when targeting Nate Wiggins was 12. Not a typo, 12.0. But the thing is, Detroit is not Cleveland. Not even close. When you look at the weapons that this team has, it is unbelievable. Jahmyr Gibbs at the running back position. Also David Montgomery. Isaac TeSlaa, which I don't know if you guys have seen any of his highlights this season, but he's a highlight reel walking. Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sam Laporta at tight end. This team is a different animal. It is. They've got maybe the most talented roster in football when you talk about their offensive weapons. The one team I think people would argue might be more talented is the Baltimore Ravens. But we're talking about the Lions here. In their most recent game against the Chicago Bears, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams absolutely ate. They did what they didn't do against Green Bay. Okay, 115 yards for St. Brown, 3 tuds. Jameson Williams had 108 yards and a touchdown. That means 223 yards combined, 4 touchdowns. Williams, 108 yards on 2 catches. Okay, so now cornerbacks going into Monday night, Nate Wiggins, he's not going to be 100% if he plays. Marlon Humphrey, he had to leave on Sunday's game against Cleveland with a hamstring injury. He's not going to be 100%. Chidobe Awuzie, I love him, but I labeled him idiot for hurting Nate Wiggins. And then Jair Alexander, who we don't know yet, he might suck. I don't love that. Like, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Because this is a really, really talented roster. You need your best cornerbacks out there, healthy, ready to go. This isn't, I can't keep saying this, but it isn't Cleveland. You need your best at their healthiest. And sometimes, look at last year. Lions won 15 games. A lot of times that wasn't even enough to beat them. Just a bummer. Bad timing, stupid injury. Does this worry you for Monday Night Football? Let me know. Give me a yes or a no in the comment section down below if Nate Wiggins' injury hurts you. Again, we don't know for sure yet whether he'll go or not. I'm assuming he'll still play, but what we do know is he's not 100%. What is 100% fun is our friends over at Prize Picks, and they also have the best deal going right now because if you download their app, use code CLNS, you get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Pretty good deal. You and I, we make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. You could double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. So if this is your Prize Picks lineup, right, and you flex play it, it means that Derrick Henry could rush for half a rushing yard, which I hope he doesn't. As long as these two hit, you still win your money. It's an unbelievable deal by Prize Picks, and that's why they are my go-to place. Okay, so download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. The link to this promo is in the comments. It's also in the description of today's video. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. So Monday Night Football, we are just a few days away from it. Lions on the road in Baltimore. Both teams at a 1-1 record, but both teams open up their season to two really, really good squads. Lions losing to the Green Bay Packers on the road. Ravens losing to the Buffalo Bills on the road. I can pretty much guarantee you all 4 of those teams, they're going to be in the playoffs. But we don't want to talk about those teams. We want to talk about these 2 teams right here. So I'm going to do a thing where we go position group by position group. I'm going to tell you who has the edge before Monday night. I'm going to start off with the head coach. I think we all agree that Dan Campbell has the edge here. That a lot of people, I get it, you're sick of John Harbaugh. I'm not as sick of John Harbaugh as you guys are, although I do think if you lay another egg in the postseason, we need to have a serious discussion and maybe some serious action be taken. And I get it, Dan Campbell doesn't offer a ton of like super unbelievable scheme and things like that of that nature, but neither is John Harbaugh. So if you're just asking who's the better leader, who's the better manager, from what we've seen over the past couple of years, I've got to go with Dan Campbell. The quarterback position, this one's not even close. Give me Lamar Jackson over Jared Goff. Give me Lamar Jackson over anybody in the National Football League, okay? Lamar's the best quarterback in this matchup. Lamar's the best quarterback in the NFL. Running back, this one's a little bit harder, okay? And I don't think it's going to be closer in any other team in the National Football League than maybe the Eagles, but I'm still going to give the edge to the Ravens. Okay? I like Jahmyr Gibbs. I like David Montgomery a lot. They've got the best 1-2 punch in the league, but I still just I don't think they compare to Derrick Henry. I think Derrick Henry's the best running back in this league right now. And yeah, I get it. Cleveland held him at 23 yards. Hell of a job by the Cleveland Browns right there. But it's Derrick Henry, okay? You don't think he's going to bounce back, then you've never watched football, plain and simple. Wide receivers, I'm going to give this one to the Lions. I really do like Zay Flowers. He's been unbelievable. I had high expectations for him this year, and he's even blowing my high expectations out of the water. But you take Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams, you add in Isaac TeSlaa, I think that's a better wide receiver core. Offensive line, this one's close, but I'm still giving it to the Ravens. I know Daniel Fa'alele, he's done what he's done, but still, I just think as a better whole. I think the offensive lineman, as in Penei Sewell, their tackle, I think he's the best singular offensive lineman in this matchup, but I think as a whole, like front five, give me Baltimore's. Front four, other side of the football, defensive line, I'm going to go with the Lions. They just have a better pure pass rusher than we do. Aiden Hutchinson, last year before he was injured, led the league in sacks through like 5 games. He had like 7.5 or something crazy like that. Give me the Lions defensive line, even though both of them are kind of lacking depth right now. The linebacker room, I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. I really, really loved what I saw from Roquan Smith last week. And I know that, like, Teddy Buchanan, Trenton Simpson, the jury's not out for either of those guys right now. I know we're excited about Teddy Buchanan. But still, you got Roquan Smith right there. He was unbelievable against Cleveland. I think he continues that. Cornerback room, I've got to go with Detroit. If these rooms were fully healthy, this might have been tie. Like, it might have been a push. But because the Baltimore Ravens are now dealing with a Nate Wiggins injury, a Marlon Humphrey injury, a Jair Alexander possible injury, this one, in my opinion, is going to go to the Lions. Okay? It's close. But they got Terry and Arnold. They got DJ Reed. Some decent names. They haven't had unbelievable seasons, but I'm going to give it to them. In safety, I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. Look, Brian Branch is the second best safety in the league. But that's 2, not 1. And the Ravens just happen to have that guy who's number 1. So, give me Kyle Hamilton, the Baltimore Ravens. Who do you think has the better team? Let me know in the comment section down below. Give me a BAL or a DET. Is it the Ravens? Is it the Lions? Let me know your answer. Thank you so much for being here today, guys. It's been a busy week on the channel. We're going to have you covered all weekend long. Video on Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning before the game. It's the best place to be. See, if you haven't subscribed yet, change that right